You
was
gotta,
cute
I gotta
too.
start doing these mukbangs.
You should.
This needs to be my new career.
Oh, I would crap my
And I
pants.
can just leave this Bravo shit behind. Brittany says that she's gonna swipe right on Jesse from Summer House, and she's gonna swipe right on somebody else, but she's gonna swipe left on. She's gonna say no to Craig, no to Shep, no to West, and a big no to Mauricio. She has heard that. Oh, she's gonna say no to
Oh, yeah.
Schwartzy also, no to Schwartzy, but has heard very. She's heard all the rumors about Mauricio that he diddles and daddles. So she's implying maybe Mauricio's contaminated goods, and she's gonna swipe left. But she's after
Well,
Jesse from Summer House.
I think um I think
Yeah.
we know this about Mo, right? I mean, is this any shock? This is no shock.
No, diddling.
And Mo, we know, is out living his best life. And we learned this past season of RHOBH. I think Mo, do you believe that part that Mo was a big part of the divorce? That Mo just kind of stopped putting in effort and really wanted to go out, smoke pot, party, because they got married when they were like 19, 20. And he's making a fortune now. He's famous.
Dude, there's two different videos of him, like, I think night after night, one night after the other, kissing girl A and kissing girl B again. One of them people thought was Brie from Selling Sunset. I thought it was Sheena. This girl looked like Sheena. He does seem to have a type with his, the dark hair, younger version of Kyle. Mo is really, really out there. I mean, I think he might be with a different girl every night.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
mean, look, you know what it is? You don't really wake up and say, today I just want to be a whore. But what happens is you have that martini, and then you have the second martini, and then you're like, I might as well be a fucking whore. What's the difference? You know what I mean?
I've been there. Yes.
Yeah, right?
You know what you mean. Yep.
So, like, when he's at the chateau and he's on the second drink, you're like, you're not there to be a whore, but you're like, well, why not? I have two choices: be a whore, you're standing right in front of me, or not be a whore. I mean, there's no effort. You're literally standing in front of me. You might as well be a whore, right?
Right.
Now, I only have one drink a night, although I broke that rule this past Saturday. I went out with my friend Spencer. I'm back in Sag Harbor. We had two drinks at Tudo. Shout out to Sam. Thank you for getting us in. You know Sam, he's your good friend.
I love
I
Sam.
had two drinks, but we're back on the wagon here.
Good. Well, everything's an ebb and flow. I was gonna, while we're on Kyle and Mo, did you see their daughter Sophia coming out talking about her experience with GLP-1
What
to lose
happened?
weight,
Losing
and
the
her
hair?
hair was coming out in clumps, and she showed pictures. What did she need to be on GLP-1? She's like, what? Right? Who was Sophia before? Was she that big?
I have
Uh,
one thing to say.
what's that?
Row.co/velvet. If she was with row.co/velvet, that wouldn't be happening. They monitor it. I think she's taking it like with unsupervised. I wish I had row when I started. I was dosing myself all over the place, taking matters into my own hands. I could have used row, to be honest with you. So everyone go to row.co/velvet if you want to use the
Don't
GLP ones.
understand how she was on GLP-1. She looks gorgeous. I don't know. What do I know? Stunning.
Yeah, she looked thin.
She looked thin prior. You know how I feel about these GLP-1s. But anyhow, she says I'm going bald. She
Did she
revealed.
stop? Did she stop the
No,
shots?
no.
Oh my. Well, I mean,
She's been
come
taking
on.
Manjaro for the past 4 months. On Wednesday, recently on a TikTok, she'd been taking Manjaro, talking about the concerning side effects. Sophia explained it started 3 weeks to a month back. So she took it for the first 2 months. It sounded like fine. And then she kept her long hair down around her shoulders to show the dramatic change. The 25-year-old included pictures of clumps of hair sticking to the walls of her shower and the sink. It actually gets a lot worse, she demonstrated, by running her fingers through her hair and just piles of locks coming out. In the TikTok, the Buying Beverly Hills star stated that she didn't think the hair loss was a direct result of the medication. Oh no. She suggested it might have been due to the rapid weight loss. Of course.
Well, I mean, aren't the two related, girl?
She's not getting
Kyle.
enough vitamins, so don't worry.
Kyle is very upset about that. By the way,
She's going to just take more vitamins. She thinks that's
she
it.
needs to go to thrivemarket.com/velvet rope. Not velvet, velvet rope. Because at Thrive Market, and I don't like to leave the fucking house. Everything at Thrive Market is like GMO. Do you know that they also ban any products that have like dyes and stuff in them? So I get all of my vitamins and everything at thrive.com.
Wonderful. Well, I would say this to you. You are not fat. You probably are an emotional eater and you should go to Rula. Rula is an online therapy company that accepts almost all insurance. And most people pay just $15 per Rula session. It's so affordable, and they are on a mission to make therapy more acceptable and accessible to everyone. You can go and use my code, rula.com/TSFS to get started today. That's RULA.com/TSFS for convenient therapy that's covered by insurance. You do not need to be on GLP-1 like Sophia and have your hair falling out. And then she was pushing her vitamin partnership that she was with. Don't worry, it wasn't the Manjaro.
There
Just
you
rapid
go.
weight loss. I'm just not getting the vitamins.
What else do you want to talk about?
I got a laundry list.
Let's do it.
Sandoval's kind of on a kick here, calling out Jax for a recent podcast episode where Jax said that he called and apologized to Sandoval, or I believe said texted Sandoval to apologize for hooking up with Kristen Doty back in the day, his ex-girlfriend. And Sandoval said to him, "You're a liar. You literally texted me after you posted that podcast episode."
Yeah, Sandoval is, look, I mean, you push someone down enough and they just can't take it anymore. So Sandoval is, he's doing a lot of interviews. Yes, Jax did
Yes.
on his podcast and said that he understands how Tom Sandoval felt, because Jax fucked Kristen. We all know that. And he says that he called Tom to say, "Hey, guy, I'm calling to say I'm sorry." And Tom said, "For what?" "Well, for doing what I did with Kristen." You mean fucking her, Jax? And the Jax said, "Well, you guys were on again, off again. And now the same thing happened with me and Brittany. She was with this other guy and I lost my shit. And I get it. So I'm sorry." Now, Thomas clapped back. "Come on, man. Don't do this. First of all, you never phoned me. Let's just put that out there. And you texted me 2 days before you dropped the podcast episode. And it seems like you just were telling me this because you were going to drop the podcast episode. And none of this seems sincere. And by the way, Kristen and I were not on again, off again. We lived together and you fucked her while I slept in the next room."
I
We
love
have one pathological liar. I went on a complete rant this past weekend. We have a Teresa, the animal across the river. She's a pathological liar. Is Jax taking a lesson from Teresa? Is he a pathological liar?
well, I think if you talk to most of the cats of the valley, yeah, except for that dude's chat that they're all on or whatever. But yeah, I mean,
Like
it
just
doesn't sound
bold-faced
like animals.
lies, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, does that surprise us? I mean, to me, it seems like Sandoval and Jax like together. I mean, they're sort of it's like holding up a mirror to one another, you know?
Mhm.
So I think they deserve to be friends, should be friends.